Will it proc? Fafnir's 2, Coerce, has some extremely interesting interaction with various items in the game. In this video, we'll be checking out which items work for Coerce and which don't when it's applied to an ally. Let's begin with Telekine's Ring. Telekine's Ring applies to basics and not abilities, therefore it doesn't proc. In the same sense, Hastened Fatalis also applies to basics and doesn't proc either. Soulstone is applied by basic attacks, and therefore is on the list of items that don't proc. Doom Orb should be activated by minion kills, but it doesn't seem to proc. Maybe the damage from the buff has to deal the last hit damage in order to proc. With Bomba's Mask, I'm completely unsure if it actually procs. It definitely doesn't deal the extra 10 true damage on basics, but it might deal the extra 10% on the item. However, it hardly matters because how often are you actually gonna buff someone else while jungling as Fafnir? Polynomicon gets activated by simply using the 2, however, the steroid ends up on you, not on the target that you buffed. Interestingly enough, you actually get the extra gold from Traveler's Shoes if your ally hits an enemy guard. While Demonic Grip works on basic attacks and doesn't get applied, Gem of Isolation, Spear of the Magus, and Divine Rune all get applied to the target. You can see the slow in action here, and this is probably the most impactful one. For some late game shenanigans, try Soul Reaver. It actually applies no matter who you put it on, which means you can put it on mages that already have Soul Reaver, applying 2 Soul Reavers at once. While I'm not entirely sure, I think their penetration gets factored in when Soul Reaver is applied. All of these effects still apply in Dragon form as well, as you can see here. Also, your Soul Reaver seems to apply after your allies. However, even if you get the killing blow, your ally still gets the kill. We did not get Spear of Desolation to work. It could possibly work if your damage tick actually deals the last hit damage. However, this is unlikely due to the interaction with Soul Reaver, meaning that your ally is still credited with the kill. In conclusion, Gem of Isolation is a great item on Fafnir, Traveler's Shoes can work if you want to leave lane early and still get some extra gold, and Soul Reaver can be a situationally good last item if you want that extra burst. Thank you guys for watching, Duke Sloth, out.